Oh man, could you imagine that dog at the G7? At this weekend's Western Conservative Summit, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis edged Donald Trump in a 2024 presidential preference straw poll. It's not really straw, cat, so sit down. Former VP Mike Pence came in 10th, and if you could see the look on his face, right? Huh? Actually, it's the same look he always has. But anyway, DeSantis is one of America's most popular governors thanks to his wins on Florida's economy and COVID response. He's also a fighter, and that's connecting with new Republicans who are younger, rowdier, more populist, and more racially diverse. The story in Politico magazine argues that the barstoolification, there's a word, of the GOP could reconfigure its cultural politics for a generation. Barstool head Dave Portnoy, who enjoys tormenting liberals online, has ranted against COVID lockdowns, threatened to punish employees for attempting to unionize, and even announced a presidential campaign. And if Trump exposed anything, it's that libs are the party poopers, the pearl clutchers who can ruin a party faster than a backed-up toilet. Don't I know it? And since the left has the federal government, the school system, the corporations, the media, big tech, voters are in search of real change and are looking somewhere else. You know, it's like George Washington once said to his wife, Martha, I crossed the Delaware, so why don't you take out the garbage, you old bag? It's in one of his earlier memoirs, Cash. A lot of people don't remember that part, but I do. Cash, is it too soon to care about this stuff, or is it too late to care about this stuff?
Well, having worked for President Trump and knowing Governor DeSantis well, I think they're both going to be awesome. So let me just say that so you can play that over and over again.
Yes.
Now I can get down to it. I don't pay much attention to like the Denver disco poll
Yes.
4 years out ahead of time because all the polls got it totally wrong.
True. That's true.
4 years ago, 5 years ago. Plus, I think if you were in the mix, you would have finished 1 point ahead of Pence.
Oh, I think so, too. And I haven't ruled myself out. I haven't talked to myself about it. I've been putting calls into my office, but I'm not returning my own calls.
I could run with you.
You could run with me? I don't know. I think I need a woman of color.
You're a racist.
Yes, I am a racist.
Who just assumed his gender, by the way.
Yes,
or
I know.
her gender.
Oh, my God. Their gender.
Their gender.
How dare you mispronoun him? And I think you might have dead named him. Did you dead name him or did you dead pronoun him?
You're still saying him.
I don't
what
know.
What is going on here?
Oh,
It's
Jesus.
it. It's it.
Oh my God. What am I doing, Kaylee? I am the most disgusting, bigoted person at this.
Now my mother's calling me.
What do you make of this? Do you think that, like, DeSantis is a strong, strong person? Trump could pretty much make it or break it at this point, right? He could decide on him or decide to challenge him.
He could, and I think that right now, DeSantis is even edging out Trump because he's in such a great position right now this year. And, 3 years from now, that could be a very different story. Right now, he has great success record on COVID, one of the only governors to do that. And, he's weighed in on just about every policy issue that Republican voters really care about. He's sending border assistance to Texas and Arizona.
Very national move, yeah.
He's weighed in on woke genderism, critical race theory, all of these issues that are really taking over the Republican conversation right now. He's making waves right now. But I agree that I think it's a little bit too soon to just definitively say this is going to be our guy in 2024 unless Trump decides to run.
And he hasn't taken a stance on shark attacks, which I think is a big deal. Okay, here's a crazy option. I don't know who to ask this to because I want to talk to you about bar. Okay, this is not my idea, but this sounds like a great idea that Trump runs for Congress in Florida, and then when he take back the House in 2022, he becomes Speaker of the House.
Well, he doesn't even have to run for the House to become Speaker of the House. Haven't you heard? That's what they were saying. They were saying, well, anyone could become Speaker of the House.
You could.
I could?
Yeah.
Why are you always putting me in the middle of this mix, Cash?
It's your show.
Yes. Oh, I oughta. What do you make of this?
Well, he's already been the president, and knowing what we know about him, would you see him taking a lower seat, even if it was this sort of 4D chess move? I don't know if Trump is that kind of a
Yeah.
But I was wrong the last time, so I don't want to weigh in on what's going to happen. But Ron DeSantis, he's America's daddy now. He's not just America's governor. Everyone loves him.
Yeah, he's like
the Democrats.
He's like the reverse Cuomo. Andrew Cuomo was supposed to be America's daddy, but he ended up being America's devil. Tonight at 9, America's devil.
He's Bizarro World Cuomo.
Yes, exactly.
Superman, yeah.
Here's an idea, Kat, and it just came up with this now. Chadwick is right that Trump will not go for a job that's smaller than the one that he had. Why don't if they create a job called greater than the president? And it's like so then Trump goes, I'll take that job.
You mean like a king?
Yes.
Didn't we fight a war about that?
I didn't fight that war.
True.
I kind of like the idea of having a king.
Yeah.
Wear a big robe. I'd like to be the fool.
I want
to
to
hang out there and just make jokes all the time and pray that they don't kill me.
Okay. Well,
Answer the question, Kat. Why are you evading the question?
I think I did answer the question. I don't think we should have a king. No, I don't want a king.
You worked at Barstool.
I did. I worked at Barstool. I am a woman.
Yes.
Okay.
Hard to believe.
I know, crazy. Because I really do exude masculine energy.
Yes.
But every time I read these articles about Barstool and like this horrible place it is for like women, I'm like, I just don't. It blows my mind because I hate to, burst anyone's bubble. A lot of people hate Barstool. I had nothing but the most wonderful experience the entire time that I worked there. And to the extent that Dave Portnoy is political, it's really only in the lens that Democrats set up.
Absolutely.
They spent 4 years making their entire party platform basically, Trump says offensive stuff, and he can't say that. And if you don't fall in line with that, then they see you as a political opposition, because every time someone said, oh, you can't say that, Portnoy would just say, okay, watch me. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people find that really refreshing.
Well, yeah, Portnoy didn't politicize sports. That was somebody else. Mm-hmm. So now what happens is if you don't play the political game in entertainment or sports or anything, holidays, you're also a political animal, and you can't even step out of it. You can't even know. Barstools is about as political as I don't know, as insert. Can you insert something in edit with a little joke about something like that? Thank you.
But whenever I read these articles, I'm like, what are they talking? I was there. And
yes.
it wasn't that.
Yes.
It was a wonderful
But granted,
experience.
you were drunk the whole time, Kat.
Only some of the time.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.